think you guys really struggled against this Hornets team the last time you played them. When you look back at it, what do you feel like was the biggest hurdle in that night, and how do you overcome it today?
We had a really bad last quarter, that quarter and a half. We did a lot of very good things up to that point. I think we held them to 44 in the first half. I think we had 44 as well. And then we made a nice run in the third, and then it went the other way. And so we're well aware of how explosive they are with Miller and the three-point shooting and the crashing and all that. And so we're just going to have to be on top of our game from the very beginning.
You have a day like Friday where you really go over stuff at that shoot-around session in the morning. What to you is important, or how do you try to go about reminding and keeping those principles the way you want versus trusting your team to continue to do them day in, day out?
We went through it all again today. So it's got to keep working on all of it. Practice time's something that most teams haven't had a lot of lately, and this next week it appears there's going to be some windows for it throughout the league, and so everybody's going to be trying to tighten things up.
Obi Toppin averaged, I think, 7.25 rebounds over the last 4 games. It's obviously something you've talked about him for a while, trying to up that part of his game, increase the rebounding, get better on defense. What did you like about him during this past week? Where did you see him sort of step that part of his game up?
Yeah, he rebounded well, and when he rebounds well, it ignites his offensive game. I don't think there's any coincidence there that when he was rebounding well, he was making a lot more good things happen on offense. He's already an elite offensive player, but when he's rebounding and and paying attention to detail in terms of contesting and staying in the play and not necessarily leaking out. He's a guy that is so fast from end to end that when he leaks out, he gets way ahead of the crowd, but that compromises our rebounding. So he's been better with the details, and those are possessions that we need.
Talked a few times about Pascal's leadership. I guess it seems like there's been a couple really teaching moments between him and Benn Mathurin. It seems like he spent some time really, talking through things with him. What have you seen that basically, and how helpful do you think that's been, and what have you kind of seen so far from just the dynamic between those two?
Between those two?
Yes, between Ben and Pascal.
I mean, they both speak French,
Right,
so there's a connection there, and that's not to make light of it at all. It's just there's something there, and these guys are on the court together a lot, and I think there's a natural connection to begin with, and Pascal cares about his teammates. He wants to help Ben get better. Everybody's, I think everybody's has that kind of spirit about things, and right now it's everything's in the margins. You don't do a good job in the margins, you lose. Simple as that. We were much better on the details against Chicago, and it helped us. And Chicago played the night before, so that helps too. And these guys played yesterday, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But got to be really, really attentive on the details of the game.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.